The Legend of Sorrow Creek. This is an independent horror film, made by Brain Damage Films, released sometime in 2007, starring Freya Ravensbergen, and was written and directed by Michael Penning, who's done a few other independent films like Pinup Dolls on Ice and Long Gone Day. I think those are the only three. These are the only three films he's actually done. But basically, Legend of Sorrow Creek follows two sisters who are trying to go on a weekend getaway to their, like, I guess, childhood summer home with the guys they're with, and yeah, and they uh, fall under a curse basically, which basically is making them go mad and see things and ghostly apparitions and stuff. And some of them actually end up dying. This film is filled with a lot of sad whining and screaming at each other moments. And yeah, it gets really boring really quick. This movie's only an hour and 15 minutes long, but boy, it dragged on. It felt like it was like an hour and 45. But yeah. Um, Overall, it was mediocre at best. It's pretty much shot on video, I think. That's what it seemed like, or the cinematography was awful. Either one. Yeah, the acting was hit and miss. Like Freya Ravensbergen or whatever her name is, she was the best one in the whole thing. She's alright. She has nice acting in this film too and stuff for you guys. But yeah, she's the better actress out of them all. But yeah, you could tell this was like a first time film for most of them though, because looks like they're reading off their scripts like just below the camera and stuff like that, because they're talking like this. Like I do sometimes because I have my notes in my lap. But yeah, um, yeah. So the acting was pretty bad. The music was okay in it though, and some of the spooky scenes were a little interesting, but a lot of random mistakes. Like a lot of mistakes in this film. Like they'll get into a car and be like, "Oh, I forgot the car keys," and then randomly just turn the car on. So like, what? You just like psychically like suck the keys to your hand from the second story of the house that you just came out of, turn the car on. But yeah, a lot of random little things like that. A lot of pointless screaming, and that which cuts down on the narrative. There's not very much of a story. They try to make it spooky and scary, but it's pretty dull and just runs flat on its face. Basically, it was a little bit disappointing. So, Legend of Sorrow Creek, I'm only going to give it maybe 1.5. Uh, Definitely not really worth it. It is a short run through if you want someone to just kill like an hour, but overall, you're just going to hear a lot of whining, screaming at each other, and the ending was completely pointless. So, yeah, I wouldn't really bother with it, but if you're a fan of like low budget independent films, even shot on films, which I know some people are, you might find this one a little bit enjoyable. So, yeah, 1.5 from me. Trailer link down below as always. If you want to check it out or wondering what I'm talking about, it's down there. My Instagram's also linked down below where I post clips of films and review in the future on my story, so make sure you follow me there. Also, there's other weird stuff on my Instagram, so yeah, have fun looking at that. Yeah, so make sure you subscribe to my channel. Uh, you might hear about other films you probably never heard of or ever, yeah, just never heard of or I never knew existed. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. Like this video if you really want to. Maybe share it. I don't really care. Um, yeah, make sure you comment down below if you've seen this. Let me know what you thought of it, because I'm really curious to see what other people thought of this film. It's probably long forgotten, so yeah. Oh well. And yeah, comment other films like independent films or any type of film you want to hear my opinions on. Comment those down below too. I'll try my hardest to get to them as soon as I can. But yeah, but right now, I really wish I was going to the summer home that had a curse, because it would be way more entertaining than this friggin' pandemic.